Hello and welcome to this second in the series on getting started with a screen reader. I just remind you that this series is for those people helping blind and visually impaired people to use screen reader. You could be a family member, a friend, a carer, a colleague at work, anyone really, but someone who is helping. And this will just help you to understand the screen reader concept. In the first part, we discovered the desktop, we moved around that, we discovered there are other components on the screen, and we discovered various keys and ways to get to those things on the screen. In this next tutorial, we'll be talking about shortcuts and how to set up shortcuts, hotkeys, etc. And so without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, now at the moment I'm at the desktop, as you can see, and I've got no screen reader running, and I'm just sat at the desktop. Now this is the normal configuration for a normal PC. So if it's a family PC in your living room or something like that, this is how you would have it ordinarily. But once you've installed a screen reader, you can close it down and open it up, and you can use a hotkey to do that. Now, as it happens, the screen reader I'm about to launch, which is NVDA, already had a screen reader shortcut built into it. So we don't have to make a shortcut. We'll be making shortcuts later on, but on this occasion, we don't have to. All we have to do is press Control Alt and the N key, N for November. So let's do that and see what happens.
Taskbar.
And NVDA has started. And now we've got NVDA up, we can start moving around the screen. Let's
Start toggle button. Search toggle. Task view. Chat toggle but file notific folder view. Start toggle button not widget 16 widget 6. Start toggle button not search task view. Chat toggle button. File explorer button. Notification folder view lists. Ob Studio 40 of 100.
Okay, and we're back at the desktop. Now we've done that, we've launched our screen reader, we can definitely get down to business, because that's what this is all about. But that was just to illustrate to you how easy it would be if you had a family computer for the person with no sight or little sight to launch a screen reader. You could set this up fairly straightforwardly, and to close it down, in this particular case, in the case of NVDA, you just press the insert key on the number pad with the letter Q, and that would close it down like so. You hear that descending chime, which indicates to someone who's blind or visually impaired that the screen reader has closed. However, we're not going to get much further if it stays closed, so let's reopen it again.
Taskbar.
Okay, we're back at the main screen now. We're actually focused on the taskbar, but we're on the main screen. Now, Windows comes with various shortcuts built into it. Let's just illustrate that.
Obs 28, Obs 28, 0, 3 left parent, 64.
I'm now switched into the Ob Studio. If I press Windows key plus D for Delta,
folder view lists. Ob Studio 40 of 103.
it toggles me between the desktop. If I do it again,
Obs 28, 0, 3 left
takes me
parent,
back.
64 bit comma, Windows right parent, dash profile colon, untitled.
It takes me back to Ob Studio. And if I was in Outlook,
inbox David at greenhills.plus.com Outlook.
if I do this,
folder view lists. Ob Studio 40 of 103.
Windows key plus D again,
inbox David at greenhills.plus.com Outlook.
it'll toggle you between the last app you were in and the desktop. The other Windows key shortcuts, there's a Windows plus R, which will
run dialog, open colon, combo box collapsed, edit alt plus O selected http colon / folder view lists, Ob Studio 40.
Which places you in the run box where you can run a program manually by typing in its name in that box. There's also some Windows shortcuts which are associated with the taskbar. These are Windows plus numbers. Depending on how many items you've got on the taskbar, if you've got more than 9, then you're stuck. But if you've got up to 9, then by pressing Windows 1, for example,
Task File Explorer. Items View Lists. Quick Access Grouping Expand. Taskbar.
it fires up File Explorer. So that's quite useful. The Windows key with 2
Control Panel. Search box edit blank.
brings you into the control panel, which is tricky. I don't think we'll be doing that much on this particular course.
Taskbar.
So you can see how things are, once you've pinned something to the taskbar, you can actually use dedicated shortcut to actually get to that place. What about making a shortcut? How do we do it? The first thing we need to do is get an item onto the desktop.
Folder View Lists. Ob Studio 40 of 103.
Now, I use Amazon quite a lot. I don't have a shortcut for it, so let's create one.
Oh, Google 76 of 103. Google 76 of 103.
Go to Google and press enter on that.
Untitled - Google document. Search landmark. Search combo box.
Then I'm going to do Control L.
Toolbar. Address and search bar edit has all.
Which places me in the address bar. And this is where you can type in a web page. If I start typing www.amazon, it'll probably fill it in for me.
W unselected. Amazon.co.uk selected instead.
That's what it's done. So let's enter on that.
Selection removed. Amazon.co.uk : low prices in electric.
And we're in the Amazon website. Now, when we're setting up a shortcut, we need to copy the source where we are. So we need to copy that address. First thing we need is to do an Alt-D, which takes us to the address bar. If you were using pointy-clicky language, you'd probably click on it with your left mouse button and it would highlight it. But in this case, we just do Alt-D.
Toolbar, address and search bar edit has autocomplete. Control plus L selected.
And now it's highlighted, as you can see. I'm going to copy it to the clipboard with Control and C.
Copy.
That's done. Okay, we can come out of the browser now.
Start toggle button not pressed. Folder view
Back to
lists.
the desktop.
Google 76 of 1.
Now we want this new shortcut to appear on our desktop. And the easiest way to achieve that is to unhighlight the whole of the desktop. Now, if you were using pointy-clicky language again, you would right-click on a blank space on the desktop. And once done, you'd get a menu which was pertinent to the whole of the desktop. If you right-click on an item on the desktop, like so,
context menu,
you get a context menu which contains
no. Print P. Codec subcopies path scan with Malwarebytes anti-malware. Folder view lists.
You get contextual options for that particular item on which you've clicked. We don't want to do that. And rather than click on a blank spot, which is quite difficult to do if you can't see, and as I've explained to you, we work very much on what's focused, and getting outside a focused area is very difficult, unless of course you're using a mouse, but there's a way around it. So let's just press Control and space and you'll see what happens.
Space not selected.
Now none of the desktop icons are highlighted. So now if I press my applications key,
context menu, view submenu V, personal display settings, new submenu W.
I went up rather than down because it takes a long time to get down to new. So I've gone to new, and that's a submenu. It announced that for me, so I can go right.
Folder F.
Don't want a folder.
Shortcut S.
That's what I want, a shortcut. I'm going to press enter on there.
Create shortcut. Type the location of the item : edit Alt plus T blank.
And it's an edit box. It wants me to place the location of the item here, so I'll do that.
Paste https://www.amazon.
Oh, that sounds right.
Browse ... button Alt plus A.
Then we hit a browse button. If we were doing a shortcut to something on our computer, then we could browse, find that file, and it would do it all for us. But we're not. So we've pasted the address that we want.
Next button Alt plus N.
We're going to press the next button. If we tabbed one more,
Cancel button.
we get a cancel button.
Next button Alt plus N.
So let's press the next button. You'll hear actually that after it says next button, it says Alt plus N. So if you were somewhere else within the dialog box and you pressed Alt N, that would activate the next button. Let's do it. I'm going to go
Browse
back.
type the location of the item : edit Alt plus T selected HTTPS :
Now I'm going to press Alt plus N.
type a name for this shortcut : edit Alt plus T selected new internet shortcut.
And it's jumped me to the next dialog, which is the name I want to give it. So I'm going to just call it
Selection room AZON.
Call it Amazon.
Finish button Alt plus F.
Then I'm going to press the finish button, which is Alt F. I'm just going to press spacebar on it this time to activate it. And there we go.
Folder view lists. Google 76 of 104.
Is it there? That's the thing.
Amazon 104 of 104.
It is indeed. So we've made the Amazon shortcut. And if I press enter on it,
Untitled Google Chrome David, Amazon.co.uk : low prices in electronics, books, sports equipment and more Google Chrome
and there it is. So we've managed to make a shortcut. Now,
folder view lists. Amazon 100.
If you're helping someone to do this, I may have taught you something you didn't know. On the other hand, you might well know this kind of thing. But these are the kinds of things that can make life easier for someone who is blind or visually impaired. And it may well be that through doing things like this, you can actually increase their level of independence. They can access things when you're not there, etc. Now, what we want to do, we could either leave that as it is, but we're not going to. We're going to go into the context menu again, because we actually want to generate a hotkey to activate this particular shortcut. So let's just go into the context menu. And as I've said, we do this by pressing the applications key, which, if you're wondering, is just to the left of the control key on the right-hand side of the keyboard on most machines. I'm going to get loads of comments saying, no, it's not on mine, but it is on most machines. You've got the control key, and to the left of that, you've got the applications key. So let's just press that.
Context menu.
Right, we're in a context menu now, and we want
Open O. Print P. Codec subprint open properties O.
properties, which is there. Just activate that by pressing enter.
Amazon properties dialog. Web document property page. URL : edit Alt plus U selected HTTPS : //www.amazon.co.uk.
That all looks fine.
Shortcut key : hotkey field none Alt plus K.
And we're in the hotkey field now. So we'll just press Control Shift and A, which I think is vacant at the moment. I've done that. I'm just going to check.
Change icon ... shortcut key : hotkey field Control plus Shift plus A Alt plus K.
And that's done.
Change icon OK button.
Now we're going to hit the OK button. And we're back at the desktop.
Folder view lists. Amazon 104 of 100.
Now, so if we now press Control plus Shift plus A, we should end up in Amazon.
Taskbar, Untitled Google Chrome David, Amazon.co.uk : low prices in electronics, books, sports equipment and more. Skip to main content. Banner landmark navigation landmark link Amazon. Taskbar.
And indeed we do. That's where we end up, in Amazon. So essentially making shortcuts is relatively straightforward once you get used to the concept, and it could be useful for the person that you're helping. A couple of days ago, I was discussing with someone making a shortcut to a radio station that they like to listen to live. And it was quite an old user, someone who wasn't that proficient at using a screen reader, but wanted just to be able to press a key combination so that this radio station would pop up and he'd be able to listen to it on his computer. And of course, that's possible. You could set, for example, a shortcut to Classic FM, the live stream, Radio 4, or whatever. And there are lots of instances where shortcut keys are a very convenient way to get us around certain problems. Well, that's about it for today's video. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this. I really do hope you'll find it helpful. If you liked it, then please click the like button. Helps me very much to know whether people are actually getting something out of these videos. And of course, share. If you know other people who want to know about this kind of thing, you've got a friend who's got a relative, etc., then please share it with them and let them know. Um, I'm just so grateful for your patronage and the fact that you listen to and watch the videos. Thank you so much again. Bye for now.